Like Xerox and
Okay,
All right.
now we're good.
We are live with our December Town of Ulen board meeting. We will start with the minutes. Everybody seen the minutes from last board meeting?
make a motion that we approve the minutes as presented. I second.
Have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
It's to be signed.
Yeah.
Oh, Adam's going.
Treasurer's report and upcoming financial items.
Okay, let me grab this. Okay, so for the month of November, it's reconciled. We took in $8,654. And our disbursements were 7,213. And our ending ledger balance was $500,560. Couple of things about December. I was starting to get stuff organized for the annual report and looked at that, and we should have another settlement check coming. And usually I see it by mid-December. I haven't heard from them yet, and I'm going to be gone for the next 2 weeks. So, Mark, I don't know whether it's they would let you pick it up. I hate to see it sitting in my mailbox. I mean, I've got somebody bringing my mail in, but I hate to see it's come by mail and be unattended in my mailbox.
Yeah, I mean,
I know they let you pick it up because I picked it. They'll first notify you
from the
from the county.
county office.
Yeah,
I can call and ask.
yeah.
I'll be around tomorrow and Friday if it's available. If not, I'll have to get it after Christmas.
We haven't gotten any notification yet, so I don't know when it's going to be available. But if we're both out, I don't know if they'll let one of you come pick it up. I don't know.
Needs to be deposited too. Probably not.
Pardon?
I need to get deposited too
Yeah, it's supposed to be deposited
by
right
the end of the
away.
year.
I mean, I think the bank wouldn't be picky about who dropped it off.
Right.
But it's,
Yeah, you may have to
I know you have to show an ID and you have to sign when you pick it up.
that is at the treasurer's office.
Right.
And the county treasurer is,
Second floor at the courthouse.
I know, I can't remember what her name is. It's
Every time I go,
Leslie?
I end up going through all
Leslie,
three
the
offices
treasurer?
because I never remember who does what
No
up
idea.
there. There's the recorder, the auditor, and the
No
treasurer.
problem is the auditor.
Is Bruder's the
Where's the clerk?
clerk? Okay, so it's gonna be the treasurer. It's probably
Mhm.
gonna be, I
So,
think it's Leslie. I can go up and see.
and if not, I mean, if they don't let one of us pick it up, it'll just be in my mailbox, and my pet sitter will put it on my dining room table. It'll get deposited in January. But
You could post it and show it as a deposit in transit,
yeah,
just so that if it needs to be reflected on
Oh,
2025.
Nikki Baldwin. I know Nikki. I'll stop up there and see if she has it.
okay.
I'll
I'd feel better if it got deposited
Okay.
timely. Sorry, I didn't really think about that when I planned my vacation, but
You shouldn't have.
As you should. I was gonna say, you shouldn't have to. I'm gonna be around, so if there's something I need to do, I can do it. I just need to be.
vouchers. Okay, I've got a couple of vouchers here.
No ball game in my future.
Okay.
Is this one of them?
Probably. Yeah. Okay, so this is for our AIM dues for 2026. Jennifer, this is for Bob Clutter, and I did write here what he did for this
Oh, okay,
invoice.
yes.
And we did speak with him about it, and he made a note that he would try and be a little more descriptive in his billing.
Okay, thank you.
Here are the two snow salting and snow plowing invoices we've got already. This one is our domain was about to expire, so I purchased the domain for 2 more years.
Were we able to put the credit card in for auto payment? So
Mhm.
that, okay.
Yeah. Well, not auto payment, but they alert me when it's. And then this was for we talked about this before. This was for the reimbursement of the web tool. The last time we did that was in October of 22. So the good news is they billed me a monthly rate, and they only billed it once for the whole year of 2023. So we paid for 1 month's hosting for the whole year. And then
Until they figure it out.
then they caught the mistake, and then the next year we got billed for the whole year.
Oh, okay.
So they haven't asked for the correction yet.
And then you had a note on Setco.
Yeah, what's going on with them?
I have not heard. He was supposed to come back up and look at a couple of lights when I talked to him last.
Mhm.
So I'll just follow up with him and see if he has an invoice yet. See if he's had a chance to.
He sent it to the club because they sometimes pay them too.
I can check with
Right?
Emily.
Mm.
She might know. I would doubt they would pay it.
Was he gonna come look at the front 2 entrance?
Yeah.
The one in Steve's doesn't work, and the one
Across
across the street.
flickers.
Now it stopped.
Yeah, it's.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe the cold
I don't know if it was the cold weather that caused it to flicker or not.
Okay.
It's been flickering for a long time.
Has it? I just noticed. I could see it.
That's the one
Yeah. In the world.
That's
is
the one they
going on?
replaced
Yeah.
this fall too. And then upcoming annual financial report.
Yeah, just that I'm going to start that right
End of
out
year.
in January.
Okay.
I think we're in pretty good shape. I was messing with it today, and everything's reporting correctly, so I think we'll be fine.
Okay.
We did put the sticker numbers on the light poles. It would be nice on their invoice. I think that's something that we should kind of somewhat track.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I think
That's a great idea.
some of this has to possibly be under some warranty work, or if we can track
There
them
isn't
the bulb.
anything in this town under warranty.
I mean, if we just replace the bulb
Yeah, if
In
we,
that
if we
light,
just replace the
a
bulb.
month or 2 ago.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
those bulbs I don't think are inexpensive.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, I think it would be nice to know, because the whole purpose
Yeah.
Yeah.
way back when of going to the LED lights was they
When
were
I-
supposed to last a long time.
Yeah. When next time I do go through, I usually just wrap a thing around it. I'll check and put the number on it too.
Okay.
So I'll let you guys, so we know the numbers.
Tracking it, yeah.
Because
That's a good idea.
I just have orange tape, and when I go by at night and I mark them and I call them, but I'll check.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
number.
that's easy for.
And it's on the
Setco, but
backside.
then for us to know.
On the bottom.
Sidewalk. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
just
a good idea.
another thing relating to those lights, when I took the big top that was broken, I grabbed the old one because I didn't know whether it was repairable or not. It's in my garage.
Yes, if you'll
the-
get me the old one, I'll get it repaired.
Okay, I noticed on the box for the new one, it actually has the phone number of the company that we got that from. And I'm wondering if it's worth giving them a call. I don't know how long that box has been in there, but
4 or 5 years.
Ooh,
At least.
longer ago than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know when we had somebody hit the pole, we
Yeah.
couldn't. That's why that one pole was super skinny.
Yeah.
They didn't have the fluted bigger poles.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But that information, we need to keep that
Yeah.
information.
If I'll
we-
get that from you when you get back, and I'll take it and have it repaired, that light, because I'd like to get it back.
Yeah,
Were
I
there
mean,
two? Isn't there one more still?
there's one more still
Okay,
in
that's
there.
what I thought.
So,
Or just
but it's
pack
useful
welded
if
back on.
if we haven't gotten one in a long time and they're still making them, I think we should maybe
Have some
have a
stock.
couple spares.
Well,
That's
They-
it's been
they are-
it's been
yeah,
10 or
the-
15 years.
These are the one we put up is different than the one we've got than everywhere else. It
It
looks
is?
similar, but it is different. Yeah.
Shouldn't be. We ordered them all at the same time.
The extra one?
Mm-hmm. We ordered extras when we got them. When we put them up.
Really?
Mm-hmm. We didn't
I
get
thought-
extra poles,
I
but we got
thought that
extra
was
lights.
I thought that was a sample that Steve ordered to see if we wanted to do it to go because we were looking at going to
I think that I thought they, if I were, my memory is that we, for that very purpose, was if something happened to them, we would have, you know,
There
we'd
was,
have something that we could
That it was
have to
similar.
replace it. I mean,
because there's
pole
one
is a
there's
pole,
one
but-
over
there
by
was one oddball, different one in
there's an
storage
oddball one
facility.
across from or next to me in front of Doc or in front of Ray Engen's old house. Richardson's. It's different.
The pole is the top isn't.
The top
pole
is different.
Mm.
I'm almost sure that
Shouldn't
top's
be.
different.
So
No, it's the pole that used to be in front of Myers. It's the top that used to be in front of Myers. When the car came around and slid and hit the pole, that's probably been 10 years ago at least.
Okay.
Because that was such a prominent spot and the pole is skinny, we flipped and put it behind that tree. So that one's a skinny pole with that funky flag holder. It's kind of like bolted on instead of welded on. But the top should be the same. It was the original top. We just
Okay.
replaced the pole.
there were three in the storage facility, and one was different, and then the other two were alike. And the one I grabbed one of the two that were alike because it looked, as far as I could tell, it was the same. But
Okay.
maybe
So maybe we did have a couple. I know there's one or two that are different somewhere because that's what Steve told me.
Don't remember that. I'm curious. I've never paid that close of attention. I thought they were all the same.
No, that is different.
Huh?
That's different.
The one at the entryway? I think it's different too.
The one at the entryway.
The one they replaced.
Yeah, the one that got hit. That's different. They tried matching it, but
Which one got hit? I wasn't.
No, the
here.
one that was broken, that was leaning.
Yeah.
That they fixed. It's a different head.
But where?
it's close to the closest one to the
It's in
swamp,
Steve.
but on can't remember
It's
the
in
name.
front of Steve's house.
Okay.
That one has a different head, doesn't it? Don't you think it's different?
I'd have to look at that one.
Yeah, I've never looked.
All right. Well, I'll look at it but I'll note that when I go around next time, I'll put numbers
Okay.
and I'll ask them to do that. So
I just think it would be nice for
Yeah.
us to know that was why
Yeah.
that's why we had them.
Yeah,
That's why that's why we numbered them.
Okay.
yeah, I need to draw a map
So there's a number on
on the
On
bottom.
the bottom of the pole,
Okay.
there's a black sticker
the
that has
street side or the people
the
side?
sidewalk side.
Sidewalk side.
Okay. All right. I'll add that to my list of stuff to do.
Look at them.
I'll come out there surveying
Oh.
everything. I'll just tell my guys, to write the number.
Write the number down of each pole.
We'll see what happens.
So the next item is an update on the sewer test remediation. I have not heard anything from Cameron, and I was too busy to call him this month. So as last month, they were still working with a couple of residents, but he didn't have anything more for us at the time, and there's hasn't been any sign about additional work we're supposed to do. So I don't know whether that's a case of no news is good news or whether that's
Yeah.
Floyd. So
Snow removal and leaf removal. We got caught at the end of leaf season with snow. And the whole city's that way.
Yeah.
Half the city still has leaves all over the place. And they have assured me that once they get a few days where they can transfer the equipment back over.
Well, it looks like the next 2 weeks are gonna be,
Yeah. So I'm assuming there's a good chance.
yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, I'm hoping they'll do it the next few weeks. If they don't, when I get back after Christmas, my thought was I could check with Tabor and see if he would come through and just scoop them all up and give me a price to do that.
yeah, we've got a couple of people who
Or
do that.
or what's her name?
Raffaella would do it.
Raffaella. Maybe we could
She's
get
done leaves for us before.
yeah, we
And-
could get Raffaella to come through and do it. So if they're here after Christmas, maybe we'll reach out when you get back. We'll reach out to Raffaella and just say, "Hey, will you come through here?"
Well, I know Kent also mentioned that somebody came and he
It
had
did hit.
somebody coming. I don't know who that was.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure either.
I didn't see that he said who it was.
Yeah. It's just not, there's no sense in doing it until the snow's going, because there's just, it's,
For sure.
I know it's gonna affect our drains pretty quick because some of the water is sitting and puddling in some places because of this. So we'll make sure to get it resolved.
When leaves are shooting out your snow blower.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Signage, RFPs.
So we left the last meeting with a couple of outstanding questions. And so we did site visits, and I think we captured as many notes as I could think of. You didn't add anything, did you?
I didn't. We visited Bomar and Green Sign Company. And based off of what we had drawn and spec'd, Green Sign matched up their bid with that proposal, and in looking at what they do, quality of their work, and what they would provide for us, that matches they matched up with the curving of the rail, they matched up with the colors, they matched up with the stone is the oddball out, and they would send us somewhere to pick the stone. So we would,
Makes sense.
yeah. I think that I said that's the easiest for us, for just to go somewhere, look at the stone that we want, and make sure that's what we prefer. So that gives us that option to do that. Their timeline, we asked if they could do it sometime April, May, and they thought that was just fine if we did that. So their sign would be the rounded sign with the green background with the gold lettering, the rock, the stone, the limestone on the upper part, and they would make the round
The logo.
decorative logos to match. So when we went to Bomar was a little different in their approach. They wanted to change the design of the sign to try to save some money. Instead of curving the rail, they wanted to go straight rail. Instead of letters on the sign, they wanted to do a two color sign and have the front color carved out, the letters carved out, so when you look at it, you see the back color of the sign. So it was quite a different approach to what we were trying, to, I guess, go look at. My fear is if we look at doing something like that, we really probably owe it to the committee to go back and say, hey, this is the other design that we're looking at. It wasn't my favorite of the two, for sure. I thought it would be very difficult to see the town of Ulen lettering the way they wanted to do it. They had two approaches. They had two sheets, or they had the lettering on one sheet, but they wanted to put a bar across the top. And they had done some of that over in Carmel and shown us some of the letters. Neither Marianne and I liked. I think after tonight, hearing you say you didn't like it,
I think
Distracted
it made
from-
it hard to read.
It
Yeah.
didn't look as well.
yeah.
We
So
want it to be able to be.
Well,
I
that's the
think-
whole point
Right.
is,
Yeah.
right now, no one knows that this is where you turn to come into the
Right.
country club
Or
or
the town.
turn into the town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we want it to be visible.
right,
Yeah.
right.
And
The-
the designer had the curve in to reflect the curve of the street
Yeah.
on that side.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense.
So one of the key questions that came out last week, or last month, was the use of acrylic letters. I think there was some concern that would be plasticky.
Yeah.
But what they explained is that I think
They
that they
could
felt that it would be,
they could do steel or aluminum letters, and it would look the exact same because it's getting painted. So what we would do is choose the font that we want and the design on those letters, and and that's the letter that would go on there. It would just be
they felt that there was some advantage in durability too,
Yeah.
that the acrylic actually
Longevity. And
it doesn't corrode or
Their-
rust or anything.
Yeah,
It's
theirs is their paint is almost like an auto manufacturer quality paint. And he said he likes that better than powder coating because powder coating eventually will chalk. So he said if you go with the powder, and the other company was a powder coat. So they said if you powder coat, it'll be okay for years, but eventually you're going to have to pull that sign down and
repainted.
repaint it. And the way they're building this sign, eventually the sign can come off and get repaired and go back up. So you'll have the two posts, you'll have the railing along the back, and it'll be mounted to the railing where it can be removed and then repaired if we need to have it removed and repaired.
And their letters would protrude out rather than be
Yeah.
recessed.
And we asked them, they gave
It's
us
an inch thick, the acrylic.
a quote for lighting, and we can either do that or we can have Setco come in and just run lighting after the sign's installed. Either way, I mean, it was a couple $1,000s, so I'm very comfortable with it if they wanted to do the signing because we'll have electricity on both columns, so we could do it on either side, on both sides if we want.
Well, I was gonna say, right now they've only quoted the one side.
Yeah. So if we do the other side, it would be a little bit more.
Is there going to be anything on that column or, because right now there's
The
the
historical
It'll have the
marker.
historical mark,
Okay, so I do think that should be, I think that
Lit
should
up.
be
That should
uplit
be
as
lit
well.
up.
and there's electricity there too. So it's It-
I mean, it was almost $3,300
I mean,
to do 3 floodlights.
Yeah.
So at $1,000 a floodlight,
I think I could have Setco come in and do that for a lot less.
can we get I mean, because
I can get a
obviously
quote,
if
yeah.
we're going to go with these guys, it would be easier to say do
Sign
it all at once than, I mean, they're not gonna want to come back.
right, but we could do sign only right now if we want to approve sign only, and then we could approve the lighting as a separate
Change order.
change order or a separate invoice since it's only 2,500. Well, it'll be 4,000 or 5,000 from them probably if they do both.
Would it be considered a change order? Because usually there's,
It's not because it was bid separately.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
if you want to have Setco price it, what I would do is redline it out of
Right. Yeah.
this quote, put in the PO without the lighting, and then we can just tell them we're still considering this, but we'll make a decision before you get to the point where
Yeah.
you're
Yeah, because it's
You know,
not
it's
anything
installed.
that has to be done.
right, it's an option.
Yeah.
I mean, it was,
Yeah.
okay.
So I think we're in agreement that we would propose that we go with green sign on the project
there's
because
also still a difference in price.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we didn't hear back from Bomar,
Yeah.
right?
and we were a
We
little
did.
concerned.
Mark said,
Yeah, we did hear from Bomar this afternoon.
Okay, but
And
they
that's-
wanted to do a straight rail and
Yeah.
the devil, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
and it's still not lower.
The price didn't change.
Yeah. So we were a little bit concerned because of the price with green sign, but after going and visiting their facility and seeing the work that they do, I have no concern at all about what the quality will be.
I know this quote did not include locating private
What's that?
utilities. I don't know that there's any
The bid.
private utilities
Do you have a
in
view
that
of the-
area. Do you know
There's a ton of private utilities.
Where exactly is it going?
where the existing, I mean, in that entry corner, what do you mean there's a ton of
I guess they're not
utilities?
private, they're utilities. They're public utilities. There's
Right, yeah, they
gas.
cover that
Yeah.
in Call Before You Dig, whatever that number is, 811 or whatever that is.
We would
But we
be,
would have to locate any private utilities,
Those
but I
would be
don't know if there's
ours.
any private in there.
those would only be ours that come about into that to where those columns are.
Yeah, it would just be the.
Yeah, we don't.
Our power only.
Okay,
Yeah, that's the only private.
and do we know where those are?
Yes, they're coming
Okay.
right out of the ground.
Okay, and then I'm assuming we as the town do not need to get a permit.
Well,
We would
that's a
vote,
good
I think if we
question.
vote on it
Okay,
as a board, we don't need to go in front of anybody. I mean, we're the ones who decide.
okay, well, that was an
I'm
additional
I'm
cost.
interested in Adam's viewpoint on this.
For floodlights.
That's what it looked like on both sides of the road? Or is it-
They quoted one side.
One side will have a
we would
sign,
get
yes.
The other side.
Do we have a,
We only have one pillar on the second
Yes.
side.
On the park
left.
side, there's
Right.
just the one pillar.
I got
Adam, the question on the table was about permitting. Neither of the vendors have quoted the cost of permits. Do we need to get a permit for our own construction work?
This was inside your right of way. It's an infrastructure project owned by the town of Ulen.
Oh.
You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Okay.
I assume so, but I had that as a question.
Yeah.
And then I know they also said if you're tax exempt, let them know. I'm assuming that this quote includes some tax on the materials.
Yeah.
So will it go
I
down?
did tell them both that we're not paying sales tax. I didn't see anything lined out as a sales tax item, but it's worth asking if there's anything included. Just make sure that they haven't.
Well, I mean, my hope was that it says, is your organization or business tax exempt? If so, you have to provide the proper paperwork. Somewhere in here, they either should have accounted for sales tax or we should get a discount because we don't pay sales tax on all the materials and all that.
Well, let's ask them because they knew that we were a municipality. They knew that I was going to give them an STO 105. They may just have not put it in there.
Okay. Well, I take that back. I guess it says tax NA. So
Okay.
okay.
For the,
I didn't see that.
But that's my document though. That's my PO. That's not.
Oh, that's yours.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Sorry. I just noticed it on the back where you accept it, but I didn't see anywhere where it outlined taxes.
Yeah. Neither one of them put any taxes in, and I don't know whether that means it's buried or not. I mean,
I'm gonna assume it's buried in what they consider like it seems well there's it's almost like they consider almost all of it as labor. There's really not much material, which is kind of surprising. But like the masonry, which is the big cost, that's labor and material. And if we pick out our own stone, I'm assuming this is an allowance.
Yes, yes, it is an allowance
Okay.
for sure.
So, Jennifer, what I'd ask is if you think that we need to alter the wording of the PO, because the PO is our first shot across the bow at a contract. So if there's something in there that we want to make sure that we get through to them, let's make sure it's on the PO.
I think some of these are allowances. I'm used to seeing, like again, if it's masonry, labor, and materials for 3 columns, if we're responsible for picking out the masonry, typically, if you pick something
That's
that
more.
costs less,
Yeah.
you
it'll
get
put it-
that you get reimbursed that. If
Right.
you pick something that's more expensive,
Yeah. And that's the case. We'll have an allowance.
but that isn't how this reads.
Yeah, I just
That was the discussion we had.
I understand.
So
Discussions, contracts. It needs to be memorialized in the contract that's
so you can't go. So what they're saying is you can go both ways. If we pick a more expensive stone, it's not in the contract.
that's what I'm saying. This needs to be like particularly
That's
the
why we asked.
stone needs to be this Mason item number F needs to say allowance.
Okay.
In my opinion.
We can do that.
it should say allowance.
Yeah.
We can tell them that. I can call it.
can you please note all the changes so that we can get them in there? Because I really was hoping we can find something tonight. So let's mark that up.
I'll just put allowance
And then
amount.
on the materials, just go back to what their comment was about sales tax and give them whatever form they want, that 105 state form, and just tell them to make sure that all their material suppliers are not including sales tax in their quote.
I mean, there is a line on the PO that says that, so I think we're covered there.
Oh, I don't have the PRs.
Under
Um,
terms and,
well-
under terms and conditions, it says,
Yeah.
note that
I think.
per SBOA guidance for municipal purchasing, no personal guarantees from our elected town council members will be given. Advance payments cannot be made prior to the beginning of work, however. Milestone payments may be
bigger letter?
negotiated. Municipalities are also sales tax exempt.
We get equivalent lettering.
We can do it.
I think what he is saying that we need to state that any,
They checked
We
any,
can do it.
yeah,
no suppliers
do
will
whatever
be
we want.
charging sales
well,
tax.
but if
Same problem.
any were included in any of these amounts, they need to be reduced by that.
Right,
Otherwise, all they're
Especially if
doing
we're
is just
paying for it.
overpaying.
right.
Do you guys, Adam just said, he suggested that we do the same size lettering. I think when we asked them about that, their concern was if if it will look smaller because of the angle of the,
Will it
They-
fit?
it'll fit, but it'll be,
They'll all be
quoted
small.
the same size lettering.
did they?
Yeah.
Did they show it on the
I feel like there was a reason for that when we went through the design process.
I think it was because most people are coming for the club. They're not coming for the town of Ulen. It was to be more prominent. But I'm fine with them both being the same size.
Oh, we can ask that
Either
question.
way is fine with me, but I feel like there was a reason. I know it's been a long time.
I mean, I think
I
both-
I think there was lots of discussion about it and we didn't really land on it.
when
anything.
when we talked to them the other day about it, they recommended the lettering on top be. I thought they said bigger, but maybe they
Yeah,
said
no, they said they were.
bigger. Yeah, because of it would just show better because of
Well,
the design of
it-
the sign, the angles of the sign.
I mean, the question is, what do you want to focus the attention on? I think most people,
Most
when we
people are
first
kind of-
floated it, were saying
The country club.
the country club needs to be
Okay.
highlighted. It's a business. The town is,
Secondary.
that's what most folks said, but
And I think the sign company agreed with that in the way they were interpreting. But I thought, yeah, because we did talk about that. We did talk about the language in the contract said same size, didn't it?
well, because on the specs,
Yeah.
that John gave us, there was one drawing that showed it bigger and one that showed it
Same.
smaller.
Okay.
So I think they weren't consistent when they gave us the spec, which is what caused the confusion. So I think it's up to us to
Yeah.
decide what we want.
But I feel like we discussed that and we decided that the country club should be slightly bigger.
I think that's what I remember too.
but I think it's been 2 years, so.
Are you okay with it? You want- Did we?
So do we need to vote on who we're going to award this to?
I make a motion that we award to Green Sign.
I
Pursuant to
second.
proposal.
Motion and a second, all in favor? All right,
Aye.
all three approves. So then we just need to finalize the detail of what we want to send back to them. Question wise, with allowance, the word allowance in the,
Well, I marked it up. I just put, that this is an allowance amount, and then
But that's-
ST will be provided, and then that any amounts in the proposal. I mean, you can word it however.
Okay.
They
We can send
make
that.
more sense, but, any amounts that were in this proposal that included sales tax should be reduced by the appropriate amount.
okay,
Do you think we can initial this and
Yeah.
sign this particular document, or do you need to give you a plain document?
No,
You guys want to circle
I
around?
Write it in
think-
pencil.
I mean, what I could do, we could call them tomorrow and ask them to send that to them tonight and say, hey, here's some revisions. Are you okay with these revisions? Do you have any questions about them? If not, would you? We'd like to sign the document based on these revisions.
And we can vote on it, subject to those revisions.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. As long as Mark signs it
Yeah.
before the 31st and that we get a fresh matching.
Yep.
Estimate
What
with
kind of
that.
insurance do they carry?
I mean, I didn't, they're just told me they were pulling through. I mean, they're a huge sign company. They're 3 buildings and
Ask them for their insurance certificate
we can do that
with you guys named on.
with us named.
Yeah.
We can do that.
All right. And
I don't think that'd be an issue for them.
We
I'm
might
sure they're
need,
used to that.
we might need to say that this is,
But you want it in your hand in case something.
this was based on before she sent the new price today. She sent a new, I forwarded it to you. She sent a new proposal today. She included the options and stuff.
Oh, okay.
You
And-
guys know you don't have to worry about prevailing wages because this isn't a big enough dollar item. What is the limit? 300,000?
We do really consider
I
that.
know they increased it not too long ago.
So if you're okay, I'll reach out to them. Are you leaving tomorrow morning?
I'm leaving tonight.
Tonight? Okay, so I will reach out to them tomorrow morning
Okay,
and I'll explain to them that, you know, the two or three things we want, we want.
let me give you this then.
Yeah.
This is.
We're gonna- we want-
Developers notes.
Yeah. We want to make sure these are addressed. And if
And then,
that's.
and
those
just
are-
make sure all these prices match hers, because
Okay.
this was done before she sent that.
Okay.
Now,
We're taking the lighting out for currently.
It's
You
an
wanna do
option,
this?
but you're gonna check.
Leave it
Yes.
as an option.
Yeah.
keep the lighting as an option.
I would go ahead and have them provide a quote to add the lighting on the
On the other side. Okay.
The third light, yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. I think
Okay.
they
fourth light,
forgot about it.
yeah.
Well, I think we didn't talk about it.
I think the whole entry needs to be lit up.
I know that would be really nice.
It's very dark.
So it's-
They'll
I have a-
only, we just need to make sure that the entryway is lit up, not facing those homes.
They have that added. They have one floodlight for your,
Those are options.
right, and then they have, add 3 floodlights for this sign.
Okay, so then,
No, the one floodlight is just in the middle. And
Don, did you have a
then-
question?
Yes, oh, I had a quick question. Does the planning commission need to be involved in this?
We don't think so because it's the planning commission would bring it, would recommend it to the board and the board would approve it. And so the boards, we're I guess the ones approving it, so.
That makes
We'll-
sense. Yeah, that's all I wanted to ask.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think Adam, the options were one light on the part that says Town of Ulen or 3 lights. One in the middle
Clarify.
and 2 on the
Yeah.
poles.
I will,
I'm looking at the one on one side of the road is more expensive than the 3 together.
Okay.
Lighting is expensive.
So you all have
How'd you-
Word versions of this, so if anything needs to change on the PO, you know, have at it. You've got a Word version in your inbox.
Yep.
And that would be terrific. So then we can, I did, while we're talking about it, encumbering the funds, I went back to just make sure that we did in fact appropriate enough money and have enough money this year to encumber for next year. And what we had appropriated, right now, at the end of the year, we're going to have about, assuming we get a settlement check this year, we would have probably about 100,000 left over in our general fund, and we have 80,000 in the cumulative capital development fund, which is the other fund that I thought we could pull from. So we have more than enough appropriated this year to encumber it for next year.
Okay.
Wonderful. We finally have a sign going.
Yay.
Okay, now, will you also contact Bomar?
I will contact them.
And we probably need to contact Summit and just let them know that, I guess the bad news is we categorized them as non-responsive because they didn't supply all the information that we wanted to see.
Okay. Let's see. Coverage process necessary. You said we've got that.
Before we leave the sign, Adam, I knew I would do this. I ran out of the house without my, do you have the zip drive you said you were going to bring? You might bring?
Nope.
Nope. I'll tell you what I'll do.
I don't know. Let me go look.
Because if necessary, I've got to think I have a temporary Dropbox that might still be active. I could put it in that for you. The files were just too big to
Oh.
email.
I'll check my truck before I leave.
Okay.
Oh, you need to.
Sometime before I leave, I need to get out of
So before this meeting.
the
is
specs.
over.
for this.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well,
I'm in my daughter's car. I know I don't have one. I have one in my car.
I don't have one. I have one at the house.
Shaped like an oil can.
If-
sometimes I can find them.
Oh,
in the
this is
bottom
my
of
bag.
Oh, so
I'm like, it's okay, but I'm pretty sure you're not gonna find one in there. That's usually where my notary is.
You said we're okay on the encumbrance process.
yeah,
Okay.
we just needed it needs to be shown in the minutes that
Yep.
we awarded it and to whom we awarded it, and it will be.
Yep.
And it needs to be we need
Do
to
that.
have a purchase order or contract. Hopefully we'll have both.
Yeah.
And then I just need to make sure that I call it out on the AFR.
Yeah.
That it's stated that we encumbered it.
Truck signs installation. I didn't get them done before that snow fell at Thanksgiving.
One.
We have one. We
Yeah.
have the most important one.
And
Yeah, that
at
is-
this point, I don't think anybody's hit it in quite some time.
Oh, I've got one.
Oh, you wanna go grab him?
Let me. Well, I don't know what else is on this, but
No.
But yeah, we will get those other ones up. But I think the most important one is where it needs to be as you come
Yeah. Yeah, so
come into
hopefully
town. Yeah.
people
More
are seeing it.
people. Oh, status of security camera system training and finalizing agreement with UNCC. I'll have to wait on her.
didn't mean you had to go out like this. The meeting.
Getting the impression you wanted it right.
Do we, next point is the status of the security camera training.
Yeah. Did you get the app on your phone?
I have the app on my phone, but it's for my workstations, so I don't know.
So he was going to train you and I in
Okay,
the use of that.
it is the Protect app, right?
Yeah, that looks like
Yeah,
it.
so I just need to get the login for
Okay. Well, let's circle back after
after the
we
first of
get
the year.
back
Okay,
because he was going to train us on something.
okay.
And I assume there are more procedures than just using the app. So let's make sure that we follow up on that.
Did we get the agreement with Ulen?
They have it. Emily had reviewed it. She didn't see anything that gave her a headache, but she was going to run it past the board. So we're waiting for the board to look at it and approve it.
So is that live?
Sorry?
Yes,
Mhm.
cameras are live and they are recording.
We have lots of squirrels.
Interrupting.
That is
Either
me.
one of you video.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, Emily monitors the stuff that's in the club parking lot,
Mhm.
and Mark and I have access to the two that are on the street.
Planning Commission and BZA orientation activities. We did our orientation with the Planning Commission and the BZA.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, was that early December or November? I
It
can't.
was
November.
November.
I was disappointed that they didn't give folks an opportunity to practice with something.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah, but she was pretty thorough and she's going to be very helpful. We met with them again to go over the
procedure.
procedures.
Okay.
So
You emailed those, I think. Is that
So
what?
the first one in January when I get back, I will send something down to Thunderburger because he'll have to go through the BZA because of his wanting to keep that
Oh, the
mailbox. So that will be our first go through test with the BZA. Unless he decides he doesn't want to, right now.
And
He's waiting on me to give him the information, which I think we have now, to send the packet so he can.
Jennifer, what I sent you was the packet that she passed out in the training. That there was an action item for us to map out the procedure between us and the county. It's a I told her I would work on it and I haven't got a chance to do anything about it. But I'm a little wondering, she's going to be out of the picture next year though, right?
Well, she will be around to help this new person, to train this new person. So she will be with us for several months.
So they've terminated her contract.
Yeah. They've hired somebody.
Oh,
And she knew the gal that they hired
okay.
and was very complimentary of her.
Say hi.
She's from Madison, Indiana. Can't remember her name, but she's the planning person that was from Madison, Indiana.
Okay.
But
The commissioners.
she may want a different procedure is what I'm saying. I'm
Yes.
wondering about
Well,
if it's a wasted effort to try and map
well, is
this
that the
out.
commissioners that would
I
hire?
don't know, that's was my question.
The planning director would be hired by the county commissioner.
Okay, so the commissioners. Right. But she, like I said, she
And they're
did get.
better off having their own director as opposed to somebody under contract.
I thought this gal wasn't she a county employee or
No,
no?
She was a contractor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I wasn't
she is
the-
contracted to several different county
Okay.
county and city organizations.
You guys know anything about Madison, Indiana?
It's on the
Madison,
river.
Indiana, not Madison County, correct?
Right.
It's down on the river.
Down
It's
on the
down on the
river.
river.
You ever been there?
It's hilly, isn't it?
Very historic, and that's very important to them. So I think this would be a definite bonus for us. As far as the rest of historic Lebanon, I don't know, because there's not much historic left,
Yeah.
except for the downtown square.
Their columns downstairs. Store.
I haven't done any work in Madison, Indiana, but just knowing the location, and they're all about their historical preservation and community stuff, and they've spent a lot of money, got a lot of good grant money to improve all that on that side of it. They come up here and do part of what they've done in Madison, we'll have a good director.
Yeah.
And it's
you're
a
always
pretty
better
town,
off
huh?
having a county paid director as opposed to one on contract.
But is there much historical in the county? I mean, obviously, most of the historical stuff outside of the town of Ulen
That's all I'm saying,
is in the city.
not much, but I'm just from my observation on the way they do business, and
It's
I've
good.
done some jobs down there that I'm familiar with, but I haven't done a design job where I submitted it to the zoning people, so I don't know the zoning staff. I can just look at the city and tell you what I think of it.
And what is her name? Do we know? We don't know. Okay.
I probably wrote it down on notes.
Oh,
but I
that,
didn't
it's
write
fine.
anything.
I just
Um,
was gonna write it down.
It would be a long time before somebody came in to change a procedure because it's already written. All the procedures, permit
Correct.
forms, all
Yeah.
that, that's all gonna stay the same.
It was mostly the procedure that we're working out between us,
Intake,
who
yeah,
who
who
does the
starts it.
intake on it. We send it to them. They bill us, we pay them. They're, it's mapping that stuff out. So,
So we'll have that procedure either January or February, probably.
the other action item was one on my plate, and that was, they specifically asked us to build a web page for the Plan Commission and the BZA so that all the training materials can be housed there and
Yeah.
the forms can be there and people can download a form if they want to, rather than asking us for the forms, they can
Yeah.
start the process themselves and
Yeah.
have enough basic information about how to do it. So,
And add the map and the ordinance to that page too.
right, good point.
Yeah.
And anyway, so when I get back, maybe that's something that you and I could talk about, and we could maybe bring Deb into the conversation and say what's most useful for us to put on this webpage. We can build it out.
Keep grabbing PDFs and put links on there, you'll be all right.
So that
More is better.
that is a 2026 project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other potential, we'll go on to new business. Do we have any public comments, anything
John and Sue?
and you want to talk
Comments?
about?
Just
Actually,
a,
no, I don't have anything to say. I'm just really glad to see you all, and I hope that you're staying warm.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
We know you are.
Yeah, it's 72 here.
Oh, nice.
Well, I'll be there Friday, Saturday,
Okay.
somewhere.
great. Okay. Well, my question is, will Bob Clutter still be involved with the planning commission?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So if we have any planning commission meetings, we would invite Bob to sit in on those just so we have guidance.
Okay, because the commissioners have kind of knocked him out of the.
Yeah. No, he is
county.
he is considered our town attorney, I think.
Okay, good. Because
From
he
everything
trained
I've
us.
read.
He led the training so far.
He's a contractor,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Potential 2026 projects. One of the ones we talked a little bit about were either one of two things, either looking at sidewalks and saying, okay, do we want to start on one end and spend so much a year and start to redo our sidewalks? That's a potential project? Because I don't think we're going to have to do much on the sewer system right away. Or do we want to go talk to somebody like Indiana Foundation, have them get us a quote to the ones that are unlevel to level our sidewalks all throughout Ulen? And so I didn't know if you have an opinion on this or
I wouldn't waste the money on leveling sidewalks. I'd just repair and replace them.
repair and replace. Okay.
If it's a slab or if it's a big area, yeah, use Indiana Foundation to bring it back level, but not for a sidewalk. It's not worth it.
Okay. So my thought was I'd get a bid.
you're gonna replace them all?
I would start and do some of each year, maybe.
I
Like you
think that's
did.
a mistake. I think the old sidewalks are solid as a rock. Any new sidewalks you get, you're gonna have nothing but problems.
Well,
Because
then,
they're thinner, they crack. I mean, mine are already cracked, the new ones that I put in. Where the old ones, I mean, that concrete is,
so I said we could go underneath and level them, re-level them. But
what we did last time, we just went through and said, this one's on, anything that was more than like a half an inch
Yeah.
or an inch.
Yeah.
And said, okay, replace this one or these two.
like I say, do you
but
want
not starting
Do-
and
do you want to replace or do you want to just keep them the same and just lift them up so everything's back flush except where we can?
what? I mean, are you talking about? I thought you were talking about replacing
I mean,
all the
I'm at
sidewalks.
that's the two options.
Oh.
Either you replace the sidewalks or you repair. And
I would repair, but you may have to replace
Some.
squares. But I would not go through and replace
all
like we're going to put in all brand new sidewalks because they're going to look awful. And concrete just is not what it was. Anybody who was fortunate enough to still have the old ones.
I have old ones and I trip over them every day. So
I understand what you're saying. But if they aren't put in cheaply and they're put in correctly with somebody that is competent and does good concrete work, they'll last just fine. It's just the cost to repair a panel because it's uneven with the one next to it by grout injection is virtually the same cost as replacing it. So you might as well have it.
If we do that, I'm presuming that's part of the ADA that we would now have to
Yes.
yes,
redo all
that's
the
why I'm thinking.
entrances.
Yeah,
I mean,
we would redo it, make it ADA compliant as we go through and do this.
And when we get to the subject about the survey, that's something that we can identify on the survey where there's good sidewalk and where there's bad. If there's a trip hazard, we can note that on the survey.
that'd be a good idea. I think.
Yeah.
I know
And then once we have, and that's kind of the purpose of that, then we have a map and a plan that we can take and modify design wise to send out for bids.
Yeah, because
that's a good
Like
idea.
whether you want to replace them all or you just want to do ramps only, or you just want to do repairs only, or you want to take this section of the town and repair all those because that's what we can afford this year and phase 2's the next year.
So I just wanted to bring that up. That was a thought of,
Yeah. Is this something we can look at grant
Possibly.
possibilities for.
Yeah, on
Since
any of the
it's
stuff
the
with the
ADA.
ADA, I believe there is grant money that's
Mhm.
available. You can get for
Yeah.
those. But for just the sidewalks only, no.
Yeah.
Because they're supposed to be considered
Right.
installed by the lot owner, even though they are in the right of way, so there's no grant money for that. But there's grant money for the intersection and the ADA.
I just, like I said, we were talking about last, projects that there aren't a lot more projects left that I can think that would make our town nicer than having a nice sidewalk where people can walk, because I think there are a lot of trip hazards throughout
And
town.
and a lot of folks walking in the street because it's
Yeah.
safer to walk there than it
Yes.
is on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's
So we'll at least dive in and get some estimates, some numbers, so that we can come back and say, hey, here's what we found. How's that sound?
If you did them, would you make them wider?
I don't know, where are they now? 4 feet or 5 feet?
I
4
think
feet.
they're 4 feet.
Well, we'll know when we do the survey.
yeah,
Actually, was throwing that out. I know.
I think they're consistent.
I think there's
they're
enough that has been redone that I would probably stay with the same width, because like all of the area in front of Doc Conan's old house has all been redone. Wilton
Yeah.
did all that. I know there's
The
some.
Newsome's
have done.
the cannons, right? And
So there's a lot.
Redone.
There's
Yeah.
quite a bit in
When you
town.
hit your ADA ramps, there's certain sizes that you have to adhere to no matter what. We'll get that figured out.
That was just a thought,
Mhm.
and to at least start to put do some investigation, get some information, so that
here's another thing we could put on the list. What about painting the crosswalk lines back on at the crosswalk?
do
Yeah.
we want to paint the crosswalk lines?
I think we need to. I think it alerts people that that's a crosswalk.
Okay.
Not, we're talking about the park.
To the park, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it there before?
Yes.
It was?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, we should.
The other thing that I think might be nice is a stop block. Where should people stop when they come up to Outer Drive and a white
At the on
at the where the
at
stop
the
sign
entrance.
is?
At the entrance.
There's no, how usually they put
Yeah.
a white block
Yeah.
that says this is where you stop. Because that whole intersection is super dangerous.
All right.
Nobody,
Especially when schools.
I know.
are out.
but there does need to be the crosswalks at the park,
Okay.
because I don't think most people, unless you drive here, know that that's a crosswalk.
Yeah.
And there's so many people that come out of there without always looking.
Okay.
That's why we did it.
Do we need to put a yield to walker sign too?
And I'm not a big fan of adding a whole bunch of signs unless we think from a liability standpoint we might. Originally, they were supposed to paint.
If you want to enforce it, if the sign is up, the police can enforce it. Because if there's somebody in the crosswalk and you enter in through the crosswalk with your vehicle, you've not yielded to the pedestrian and you've broken whatever that law is. Because I got busted at the Speedway for it. I know all about it.
Pedestrians have the right of way.
Yeah.
I learned
I was
that. in
passing
intensive
through it when the
driving.
light turned on, because the guy pushed the button as I was passing through it. He wasn't out in the road, but the cop nailed me anyway, and it was a big giant ticket.
Oh, wow.
No kidding.
But that's because it had a crosswalk painted.
They had a crosswalk
Yeah, well,
with
they
a
had
light and
the-
a sign,
They had the flag.
Oh,
like,
you're talking,
just like the city has done with their crosswalks going to the park.
Yeah.
Off
Yeah.
East Street.
Yeah.
oh.
If
I
you
was
drive
home
through
over
that
there.
and somebody's in that crosswalk, you've not yielded to the pedestrian, and it's a $500 ticket.
Ooh.
Maybe we'll just start with
times
the
on
white
that, I'm
lines.
sure.
I'm sorry,
Maybe
what?
we'll just start with the white lines.
Yeah.
Sign's no big deal. You don't have to have flashing lights. You just have to have signage and then the painted stripe. But that allows the police to enforce it if it's a problem.
I think
will-
the painted stripe.
I will see if I can there's some people that paint.
Next time, like
So-
we can get the city of Lebanon,
Yeah.
next time they're out painting stuff, can you come and paint?
Is that considered public safety stuff? Could we use public safety funds for that?
Oh yeah.
I would
Yeah,
think
yeah.
so.
Okay,
They
because
could be.
we still got, we
Yeah,
didn't,
there's
we didn't
guys that
turn
do-
down very much on the cameras. We've still got many.
There's guys that do like parking lots where they do the yellow line with the white lines. They'll just come and do it.
Well, I know,
There's a-
is somebody gonna come out for
Yeah.
2 lines?
It's a fireman. He does it.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Oh.
I'm just thinking, if I'm a company, it's
Yeah.
like,
He'll just
yeah,
go,
that's
yeah.
not worth it.
Not worth it.
I don't necessarily know that we need to do them at all the other, like on East Drive, or I just, it kind of makes it look.
Maybe at the Artman and
I don't know that I'd do them through town except for.
use one there.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, the only one that people aren't expecting.
Yeah.
Is coming out of that park.
Yeah,
And now that we've at least cut the trees back, you can at least now see,
Yeah.
which is,
yeah, so much
but it
better.
used to be super dangerous.
Anybody else have any more new business?
Can I ask one question before you all sign off? Has anything been done about the teens driving with electric bikes or golf carts or anything like that?
So we had a meeting with Bob and the lady at the county,
Deb Lazier.
Deb Lazier, and we talked about that. The Bob was going to check with the city of Lebanon. The city of Carmel just enacted the first electric bike
Ordinance.
and so Bob was going to check and see if Lebanon was going to do the same because he felt like whatever Lebanon did, we probably needed to follow suit or tell them, this is what our plan is and see if they would follow suit.
Consistency.
I actually just saw in the paper today that there are new golf cart regs that Lebanon's rolling out. So,
Yes, I saw that too.
To eliminate a lot of the kids driving golf carts.
Yeah,
I didn't read the article, but I thought, okay, that we need to get that on the website because
yeah,
Yeah, we need to adopt that then too, maybe.
Mhm.
yeah.
definitely.
So yeah, we have that on our radar. We're just waiting on some information. Anything else? Any other new business?
Is my infrastructure proposal on new business or is that later?
We
I
signed
think
that.
we already
We signed that last
approved
month.
that at the last meeting.
Actually, we approved the one for him to support us on the signage.
Oh.
You guys were going to look some more at the infrastructure one.
Sorry.
Sorry. I'm just doing what the treasurer tells me to.
This is the infrastructure one, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
And it was to
it's for the survey and map.
provide a survey.
Map all the right of way.
I think we also had. Would this be sufficient for us then to submit so that we can get all of our private utilities with 811? I think that was one of the things we talked about I think it was the IUPPS application.
It'll be a part of that, yeah.
Okay,
They want that. And then we have that included in here to get all those lines located so that that GIS master plan will be there. So when they come out to do their work on an individual lot, they'll be able to pull up the whole plan and go around and mark it.
well, I know the hope originally was to get away from having to do a private locate, because that just adds additional cost.
Every individual still has to call for their own locates every single time.
Right, but not a private, well, they call 811,
Right.
right,
And then we'll still have to go out and physically mark that location on the ground, but we'll know where it's at because it's going to be on the survey map.
So she's asking, will 811 mark it? And they're no.
They
They
won't.
won't.
But we will because we'll be notified by 811 and then our locator or the locator working for the private homeowner will locate that line based on the survey map.
and that was Mason locating?
Yeah.
Okay. Those were my questions.
They got some nice equipment that will follow the electric line real well. And goes up on the surface, and then I map the location. We have exactly where the lines run in from pole to pole. From pole to
Do you want to make a motion?
occasional transformer and pole
I
box.
think it,
And this is just to approve the scope so that you can get us a proposal, correct?
No,
I didn't see.
I updated the scope one to the actual proposal on October 24th. I had a scope I gave to you in September that we agreed to. in
Okay, that's this
October.
one.
I got another copy here if you want to see it.
Here's my copy.
Okay.
I recall the cost was kind of buried in a paragraph there.
Both the costs are on page 2.
The topographic infrastructure survey and the alternative for the private utility located.
Correct.
Those are the two. And down below is any additional if we had more work done. That was the rate.
Let's see.
Here,
But I tried to cover
That's the second
everything,
page.
I almost
Well,
never.
that's what oh no, this is different.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It's October 31st. Okay,
Okay.
I'm going, I'm not seeing it. Okay. Did we have this in our appropriations?
yeah. I mean, we have enough built in to cover that. It's only, we're talking 20,000.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could always appropriate more if we needed it. We put in a lot of money for sewer work.
Yeah.
If this is in support of that, then we're covered.
Yeah, basically.
which it is.
Is
You
it?
gotta know where it is before you say what's wrong with it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Then I make a motion, we accept the professional services contract from October 24th of 2025.
And I seconded.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
So yeah, those are two great examples of things that could be done in the future. You know,
Okay.
your sidewalks and your storm sewer based on whatever,
Information.
Yeah.
you know, we have our base map to work from, and then we have your budget to work from. Do it all at once, you know, you can kind of tailor however you want it to fit your budget. Then if we have an emergency repair, we got a map that we can hand somebody, say, this is what we know where it is. Fix the emergency today. And here's a map for you to work from.
Right.
Having lived in Meridian Hustler where people had tree roots blowing up their sewers all the time, it's kind of a similar possibility here. So
Fortunately, once all those trees along where Honan used to live, that was always the biggest problem. And removing all those that were in the right of way has helped tremendously.
Does make a big difference.
Makes a huge difference.
That's why I planted my tree in right away.
Yeah, yeah. Which is why people aren't supposed to plant trees.
Right.
Mine were already there. But I don't think the sewer runs on my
It's
side
a
of the street.
beautiful tree though.
It is a beautiful tree.
Anybody else have any new business? If not, motion to adjourn.
So moved, or second.
Meeting's adjourned. Thank you all. Everybody have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Did you have a safe vacation? You have a
Yeah.
safe vacation?
yeah.